So I was speaking to a client the other day, and they were expressing how meditation isn't working for them. And I asked them, what do you mean by it's not working? What does working look like? And they were expressing how when they're feeling anxiety, they try to meditate to get the anxiety to go away, and it doesn't go away, it almost gets worse. And this opened up a beautiful conversation, and the insight that came through was the way that meditation works isn't by getting rid of the anxiety or getting rid of the pain, but by helping us to get present to the pain, getting present to the anxiety, and starting to develop an intimate relationship with ourselves and the pain that we have been avoiding for a very, very long time. And I use this analogy of, imagine if when you were a little kid and you were afraid and anxious and scared. Think of you when you were 3 years old. And if you were to run up to your parents saying, "Hey, I need help, I'm scared, I'm worried," and your parents just started meditating, how would that make you feel? Probably dismissed, probably neglected, probably not taken care of. And when anxiety shows up, we can almost start to think about it like our inner child trying to communicate something to us. Anxiety is a way that the inner child and the nervous system is speaking to us through our emotions and through what we judge as intrusive thoughts. And that's why meditation isn't working for so many people, because one, we're learning meditation from people who live in the mountains of Tibet where they do nothing but meditate. Now, if you're in the Western world and you live a stressful and chaotic life and you have traumas from your past and you've never been taught how to process or deal with your emotions, we need to learn how to meditate differently. So I stopped framing meditations as meditation. I don't just sit and meditate just to focus on my breath. There is times when I will do that, and there is a very specific intention and purpose of that form of meditation, of that mindfulness practice. But if you are experiencing anxiety, meditating in the normal sense isn't going to support you. So what would support you if you are feeling anxiety is start to get curious about where the anxiety is coming from. Start to have a conversation with the anxiety. Start to actually feel the anxiety. And a process that I teach my clients is the ABCD process. And this is a process of reparenting the inner child and actually releasing and processing the emotions of anxiety and fear and unworthiness that are coming up. So what you can do is, A is awareness. What am I feeling? So if you're anxious or you're experiencing shame or guilt, whatever emotion you are feeling, first get present to it. What am I feeling? Okay, I'm feeling anxiety. What am I feeling in my body? My chest is tight. There's a knot in my stomach. I'm feeling heavy. My body is trembling and shivering. B is breathe. Breath is so important because one, it helps us regulate the nervous system. When you are experiencing anxiety, sometimes it can be a trauma response. It can bring up traumas and repressed emotions from our past that we have not dealt with. So the body is in a state of fight or flight or freeze. So in that state, we need to teach the body that it is safe. And we can do that by taking long, slow, and deep breaths. Because if you are breathing shallowly and fast, it's going to communicate to the body that we're unsafe. And it puts us in survival mode. And then we're trying to find solutions for our anxiety in survival mode, thus creating a deeper loop of anxiety, which eventually will lead to a panic attack. But if you can learn how to slow the breath and regulate the nervous system, you will start to create space and safety inside of your body for that anxiety just to be seen and heard and witnessed and understood and accepted and acknowledged. Just like if you were a little kid screaming in anxiety and fear, you would want your parents to listen to you and to acknowledge you, right? So in a way, we are gaslighting ourselves by trying to get rid of the anxiety. We're bypassing ourselves when really what we need to do is get present to the anxiety, breathe into it, create safety and space in the nervous system, and C is compassion. And compassion can show up in so many different ways, but a very simple thing that you can just say to yourself is, it's okay. Put a hand on your heart, it's okay. It's okay that you're feeling anxiety. I'm here. You're safe. This is going to pass. So just starting to bring a sense of love and compassion to ourselves in this space of like, I got you, I'm here, right? And then D is decide. What do I need? What do I need? Maybe I haven't eaten in a long time. Maybe I need to have a meal. What do I need? Maybe I need to go for a walk, or I need to journal, or let me call a friend. Let me call my coach, right? There's so many, let me pray about it. Our needs are often going to be discovered from this process of getting in tune with ourselves and our emotions. But often what we do is we skip the B and the C, we skip the breath and the compassion, we jump right from awareness to decision and action. So how that looks is how we're often going about it is, I'm anxious, I need to smoke a cigarette. I'm anxious, I need to eat food. I'm anxious, I need to scroll on Instagram. And we're looking for these quick fixes to our anxieties and to our pain, when really we need to process them and deal with them and face them and sit with them, right? So A, awareness. What am I feeling? B, breath. Take some long, slow, deep breaths to create space and safety in the nervous system. C is compassion. It's okay. I love you. I'm here for you. D, decide. What do I need? How can I best support myself right now? Who can support me? So maybe when anxiety is showing up, don't try to meditate through it. It's not going to work. Often it'll make it worse, because it's like trying to run away from a shadow. If the shadow is going to follow you wherever you go. And this is a great metaphor for the shadow that exists inside of ourselves, the shadows of shame and unworthiness and not good enough that have resulted from many, many years of trauma and repressed emotions. So if we can start to get present to these emotions, then we can, one, start to process those emotions and release them from our body. And we can start to find out what we actually need, which is never going to be a cigarette. It's never going to be alcohol. It's never going to be eating a pint of Ben & Jerry's ice cream. It's never going to be scrolling through social media. You're not going to find the answers to your problems in another Instagram reel. But you will find the answer in starting to turn your awareness inward and starting to get present to the pain that is inside of you. And then you will find that the pain was never the problem. It was your resistance to it. Because what you resist persists. So if we are running away from our emotions and fighting our emotions, we're creating this internal war inside of ourselves. And we're creating this expectation that if we meditate, it's going to make it go away. And if it's not going away, then it's not working. And then we just spiral into a deep hole. But the simple practice of A, B, C, D. What am I feeling? It's okay. I love you. What do you need? How can I support you? And by the way, this is a great way to support someone else. If you have a child, this is a great way to support your child. If you have a partner, this is a great way to support your partner. If you are experiencing anxiety or fear or shame, this is a great way to support yourself. So I hope this is of value to you. This is something that I have been using for a few years now, and it's been tremendously helpful in not only navigating pain, but starting to develop a deeper, more intimate, more confident relationship with myself. So hope this is supportive. If you have any questions, type it in the comments below, share this video. But sending so much love. Peace.